The war in Ukraine remains one of the greatest geopolitical challenges of our time. But what does this war really mean for European security and even for the global balance? To answer that question, we heard the perspectives of Ben Hodges, a retired U.S. Army general and former commander of U.S. forces in Europe. The interview begins with a warning. Just as in 1914, tactical and reactive actions can lead to accidental escalation. Hodges notes that if the United States fails to support Ukraine, Russia may feel emboldened to attack NATO countries like Latvia. And that's not all. China may also see this weakness as an opportunity to act against Taiwan. According to Hodges, Russia is already at war with Europe, not with tanks crossing borders, but through silent attacks, airspace violations, sabotage, disinformation campaigns, and attacks on critical infrastructure. All of this is intended to test the unity of NATO and the European Union. For the general, the answer is clear. Europe needs to establish itself as a third superpower, capable of using its economic, technological, and industrial strength against Russian influence. One of the most interesting points of the interview is the idea of a siege of Moscow. It's not about physically surrounding the Russian capital, but about cutting off its vital resources. Hodges explains that Russia's immense territorial extension, once an advantage, has now become a vulnerability. With long-range and precision strikes, Ukraine seeks to destroy refineries and pipelines. After all, oil and gas are the true oxygen of the Kremlin's war machine. But what about the United States? For Hodges, if Washington backs down, that won't be neutrality, it will be implicit support for the aggressor. At the same time, many European leaders no longer trust the Trump administration. The lesson is clear. Europe can't wait for the U.S. to come to its rescue. It needs to act collectively, take charge of its own defense, and, of course, continue supporting Ukraine. The interview ends with a controversial topic: closing Ukrainian airspace. Hodges supports the measure, but acknowledges the risks. This could lead to direct confrontations between NATO and Russian pilots, and even the downing of planes in Russian territory. A bold step with unpredictable consequences. Hodges' message is clear. The war in Ukraine is not just about Kyiv's future. It's about the future of Europe and the balance of power in the world. Defending Ukraine is also defending global stability.